What's the world? What's going on, y'all, man? Apparently, I got a couple comments of people telling me to check out the SKATER XL review by IGN. It sounds like they were pretty on point and real like I was. But let me see the like-dislike ratio real quick. Okay, around 245 likes. How crazy is that, bro? It looked like the same mob that went to my video went to IGN video, but IGN got a bigger fan base. IGN got a bigger following, so they're still gonna get their likes, regardless. But let's check it out. See what they say, man. Damn, SKATER XL's trying hard.
Unlike the Birdman's games or the one with actual birds in it, SKATER XL is a serious and mostly authentic and grounded simulation of skateboarding, and it innovates in a truly engrossing way with its nuanced and tricky two-stick control system. There have been times over the last several days when I've become deeply immersed in the process of learning a new trick and executing it perfectly on a cool line I'd found someplace within the maps. However, playing on Xbox has exposed the fondly regarded PC version's secret.
Yes.
It's heavily reliant on user-made mods to flesh it out. This has left the console version feeling extremely light on content at launch, and combined with some regularly occurring jankiness, the result is something that generally feels more like a tech demo than a complete game.
Wow, yeah. I could work for IGN, bro. Shout out IGN for keeping it real, bro.
SKATER XL's controls may initially seem familiar to Skate's gesture-based brand of analog stick flicking, and it's true that there are some rough similarities, but mastering SKATER XL's controls is actually like learning a whole new language. In SKATER XL, each thumbstick represents the skater's corresponding foot. That may sound simple, but sometimes it's a bit like rubbing your belly with one hand while braiding your own hair with the other. Even a straightforward kickflip requires you to pop the board with your back foot and then execute a properly timed kick with your front foot. If you chuck a rotation in there, that'll require one of the triggers. If you want to throw a grab on top of it all, that brings in the bumpers, and all of a sudden you're squeezing your controller from all angles like it owes you money. This complexity may ultimately be a turn-off for some, but I've quite enjoyed just zoning out and trying to perfect some complex skate tricks. Things like this are often a simple button push away in other skate games, but would require a huge amount of practice in reality, and so they do in SKATER XL. Overall, I get the feeling the goal here has been to build a control system that attempts to mirror the finesse of foot movement that real-life skateboarding requires, and to a certain extent, that has worked. The granular control over grinds is particularly nifty if you move the stick slowly enough not to trigger an ollie or shove it. That said, it's loaded with annoyances too. The zone on the stick for performing manuals feels too small. Sometimes my skater will bust an unwanted ollie before I've let go of the stick.
Then I got people saying that I wasn't sticking to my opinion because I made a couple nice videos for the SKATER XL. Bro, I still got people in my comments that actually fuck with the game. And I still got to put some content out for them, bro. I'm not going against what I said. The game's still not worth $40. It's still trash in my opinion. But like, bro, I done put in the hours and I know how hard it is to manual and shit, bro. So like, that's why I put up videos showing people how to do shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
And you can't turn on the spot without pushing off in the complete
so quit coming at me.
Direction. During my second morning playing, I attempted a tray flip, which in SKATER XL requires two similar yet slightly out.
Right here, it's damn near impossible to do that tray flip, bro. Like, the little ghost does it right. I've tried this. The ghost does it right, but you can't get it right. I'll be surprised if they get it right here. I don't know.
Sneak movements with each stick.
You can't get it right there.
Couldn't get it.
Bro.
Couldn't remotely nail the timing.
I could work for IGN, bro.
SKATER XL was asking my monkey fingers for Moonlight Sonata, and all they had to give was Mary Had Little Lamb. At one stage, I even noticed there's an achievement for performing 10 tray flips in a row. Pfft, it was never gonna happen. But I made a few more attempts, and those few attempts turned into a few more attempts, and a few more attempts after that. Eventually, I landed one.
Oh, hold on, dude.
3 in a row.
I could land a tray flip, period, like just regular skating. But I'm talking about that actual line right there. It's impossible to do, bro. You can't do it. If somebody does it, I'll be impressed.
Then 10 in a row. SKATER XL's controls are a bit of a wall to crash through compared to, say, an arcade skate experience like any Tony Hawk game out there, but because they ask you to practice and practice, there's a quaint loop here that imitates the spirit of the real thing, or at least learning a real physical skill in a satisfying way. Try, fail, try again, fail again, try again, succeed, celebrate. That loop, however, is all SKATER XL has.
Thank
There's
you.
no campaign for its 4 pro skater characters or even a path through its 5 core
IGN said everything I said, bro. I had a hair in my mouth. Everything I said, yo.
maps and the 3 user-made maps from the PC modders that have been curated and added to the console versions. There's no ultimate goal beyond go skate. Each of the maps has a list of challenges you can complete, but they feel a bit like a long series of tutorials. Useful, but dry. This may be enough for skaters who just want to noodle around, bust tricks, and experiment with the video editor, but for those accustomed to more substantial skating games, I expect SKATER XL may feel a bit like the part of a game you play while you wait for the rest to install. The
Wow.
high school level feels very authentic, and there's a faithful rendition of the West LA courthouse spot, and the downtown LA map also features riffs on several iconic spots skaters will likely recognize, but they're all completely lifeless. No NPC skaters, no moving vehicles,
No humans.
multiplayer, just you. The big ramp level is fun in bursts, but there's no denying that it undermines SKATER XL's focus on making you strive hard to perfect the fundamentals of
Cause that's
straight-up
not
street
real.
skating when I can bust out a successful backside 1800 into a toilet by accident. There's a half pipe on the big ramp for transition skating too, but it feels unreliable, and I find whenever I get into a groove, I end up exiting the pipe or landing on the coping unintended and bailing. The bails aren't particularly great either. If skaters aren't freezing their limbs in odd positions, they're regularly clipping through the environment.
What's the final verdict, yo? Same thing I
SKATER
said.
XL is being poised as a platform, but on console, it still feels a bit too much like a prototype. Regular glimpses of promise appear when I operate within its limits and focus on managing its complex controls and earnest, realistic skateboarding, but ultimately it seems more like a skateboarding video tool than a fleshed out game. It's faithfully dedicated to skating's Californian roots, and like real skating, it looks pretty slick when you edit out the misses. But without the PC's huge mod environment, I'd anticipate only serious skateboarders will stay on board here.
Right.
For more on skating, Activision has shown us plenty on its next skateboarding game. EA, less so.
Who knows when?
We're doing it.
But for everything else, stay on IGN.
There y'all see it, yo. Me and IGN share the exact same views, yo. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. They just got a bigger platform. And it's also crazy to me that we got the same amount of dislikes. So, I don't know. Obviously, they was hard at work trying to get these dislikes on this video. But, you see what they say. SKATER XL is being poised as platform, but on console it still feels a bit much like a prototype. Tried to tell y'all, yo. I don't know. It is what it is, yo. Comment below, man. Thank y'all for recommending this video. It literally looks like they said the same thing I said, and I literally made my video before. This is my first time watching this. This is crazy to me, but I don't know. SKATER XL. Good riddance, good luck. You know what I'm saying? The real ones know what's up with this shit, man. The world.